Welcome to my channel, where we discuss everything and all things politics, economy, and development of Nigeria. The Rivers State Governor, Simi Fubara, over the weekend, apologized over the face-off between himself and the former governor of the state, Nyesom Wike, who is now the Minister of the Federal Capital Territory, Abuja. We are going to look at that his apology and to see whether it is necessary and most importantly, why it is important that Fubara asserts his authority as the governor of the state. Because there cannot be two captains in one ship. And that's what we're going to look at right now. And we're going to look at some of the things Fubara said in his apology statement to the people of Rivers State. Now, in the statement that he issued over the weekend, Fubara apologized to the people of the state over the recent political crisis in the state. He described the crisis as regrettable anxieties. According to him, it was important to make sacrifices for peace to reign. Now, he said that it was important to make sacrifices for peace to reign. What kind of sacrifices was Fubara ready to make for peace to reign in Rivers State? What is he ready to accept to allow peace to reign? And that sacrifice, will it be in the interest of the state or in the interest of the godfather? Because that is the million-dollar question that have not been answered and that needed an answer. Because he said that it is important to make sacrifices for peace to reign. That is noted because for you to have peace, there must be give and take. But the giving and the taking, is it going to be in the interest of the Rivers State people? Will Rivers State people continue to service two governors at the same time? There were allegations that the former governor of the state is using the state's aircraft. How true is that allegation? If it is true, at what expense? At whose expense? The state? Can the state bear the consequences or the financial burden of servicing two captains at the same time? What are the sacrifices that he said that he was ready to make for peace to reign? So that is why Fubara will get it wrong. Because feelers from the state indicate that a lot of people were behind him. They supported him in the face-off with the governor because the people of the state were tired of the former governor. So they expected him to stand firmly and assert his authority, and they will back him. Because as it is now, the support of the people is far more important than the support of the godfather. Because by becoming the governor of Rivers State, no matter how Fubara emerged, himself is now a godfather. Because the governor of Rivers State comes with a lot of power. He himself is a godfather now. He can demystify the former godfather by asserting his authority. Now, the statement by Fubara read, so that we'll go through it and then we'll see other areas we have to look into that is really should be of concern to people of Rivers State, the kind of peace that their governor is ready to take. He said, my dear good people of Rivers State, I consider it necessary to issue this press statement on the development of the past few days in our dear state. Late on Sunday, October 29, 2023, I was inundated with reports that the hallowed chamber of the Rivers State House of Assembly has been gutted by fire. The blaze was successfully put out by the fire service, after which security agencies took control of the situation. My visit to the assembly complex on Monday, October 30th, 2023, was to assess the level of damage and undertake remedial measures to protect lives and property within the assembly complex. I charged the security agencies to thoroughly investigate the incident and report it to me. Shortly after, I got reports that the State House of Assembly had broken into two factions. One claiming to have impeached and suspended the House leader, and three others preparatory to initiating an impeachment action against me. And the other rival faction impeaching the Speaker and Deputy Speaker, thus sparking off some form of political crisis. I wish to thank the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, for his fatherly intervention, which opened a series of communication channels to facilitate the timely resolution of the festering crisis. There is one thing that Fubara should note. Tinubu's intervention will never be in his own Fubara interest. Tinubu will always intervene in favor of Nyesom Wike, who Tinubu believed that he owes his presidency to, at least in winning Rivers State. So that's a big debt Tinubu believed he owed Nyesom Wike. He's unlikely winning in quote of Rivers State in the last presidential election, because there are strong indications that actually he didn't win it if things were done properly, if INEC had done their job properly. Okay, but since he won it through the instrumentality of Nyesom Wike, he owes a lot to Nyesom Wike. Any other intervention he is doing, he is going to do it as it will favor Nyesom Wike. So he should watch it. Relying on Bola Ahmed Tinubu to be a mediator, to me, is a mixed calculation. Unless, of course, he understands this fact and is only playing politics by praising the president, but understanding truthfully that the president will never be on his side instead of on the side of Nyesom Wike. Because right now, the president still believes that Nyesom Wike called the shots in Rivers State. But when the president found out that Fubara is the man, the new sheriff in town, and that nothing happens in Rivers State without his saying so, then Tinubu would change side, because from all indication, Tinubu's quest for 2027 presidency has already started. So that's one thing that Fubara should watch out, relying on Tinubu. But if he's doing it for politics and he understands that this is just for, for the optics, then they can go ahead in praising him and pretend that if he trusted Bola Ahmed Tinubu to be neutral in the matter. He went on to say that I wish to also thank our elders who are currently intervening in the matter. And if the elders are intervening in the matter, and if Fubara knows what he's doing, then he should make sure that he listens to people like Edwin Clark. Edwin Clark is one of the few elders that will tell him the truth about how to handle Nyesom Wike. Edwin Clark will be on the side of the Rivers people. He will be on the side of the Ijaw nation, for which Fubara is a member. And he will be on the side of the Constitution. He should listen to Edwin Clark. That, to me, is far more important than listening to Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu. He should listen to the leader, the Ijaw elder, or the Pandef leader, Edwin Clark. That is what he needs now. Because right now, he's a young person. He has been literally railroaded to the governorship seat of the River State. And of course, he felt that he owes a lot to Nyesom Wike, who cleared every part to make sure that he emerged as the governor. But Nyesom Wike did not make him governor because Nyesom Wike operated an altruistic policy or politics, or that he did it in the interest of River State. He did it because he wanted to have a leverage over whoever is the governor of River State, so that he could still be in charge even while he's in Abuja. Because godfathers never does anything in the interest of the state. The godfathers, whether it is Bola Ahmed Tinubu in Lagos State, whether it is the Oba family in Anambra State, whatever the godfathers does, it has always been in the interest of the godfather and not in the interest of the state. So whatever Fubara is agreeing upon, anyone that is not in the interest of the state must be rejected if he stands a chance of getting elected again in that state. Because if he shows the people of River State that he protected their interest, that he put their state, interest of the state first, high and far above of the interest of Nyesom Wike, he will stand on a solid ground to get re-elected. No matter how difficult it might seem, even without the support of the federal might, he will win. He will get his second term. He will get his second term. So the people is far more important. So he has to make sure that it is the interest of the people that should form the basis of whatever peace alignment he's making with Nyesom Wike. Now, he went on to say that, let me clearly state that my actions are aimed at restoring peace and stability in our state. Good point. I am a man of peace, and as governor, the advancement of our state is my primary concern. Another good point. Consequently, no sacrifice is too much for me to make to achieve this objective. There should be some sacrifices that should be too much for him to make. Any sacrifices that will take away the core values of the state, that will impact on the resources of the state, that will lead to the cornering of the resources of the state to the satisfaction of one man or his group, should not be a sacrifice that he should be ready to make. So he should be careful the type of sacrifice he's ready to make, because that will put him on a shaky ground if he is ready to make any sacrifice. Say no sacrifice is too much. There must be some sacrifice that should be too much for Fubara to make. in the interest of his state. So he should not be saying that there is no sacrifice, that is too much. That's why I say he should get in contact. He should be closer to Pa Edwin Clark. And Edwin Clark will identify those sacrifices that are too much for him to make in order to guarantee peace. Because there are some sacrifices that will make the peace that Rivers State will have will be the peace of the graveyard. He went on to say that furthermore, as leaders, it is the collective responsibility of the immediate past governor and minister of the Federal Capital Territory and my humble self to leverage our positions and influences within and outside the state to advance the progress, security, and well-being of our people. Good point. Nyesom Wike as governor of minister of the FCT now, if there is any way he can help Rivers State from Abuja, if there is anything, any kind of relationship that FCT can have with Rivers State that could advance the development of Rivers State, he can do it. But not for him to be running Abuja and then be running Rivers State. If Fubara allowed that kind of sacrifice, he is digging his own political grave. Because as Nyesom Wike continue to get stronger and stronger, Fubara will continue to get weaker and weaker, to the level that at the end of the day, he might even stop Fubara from being nominated for second term. And no incumbent governor of Rivers State since 1999 will ever tolerate that. Dr. Peter Odele cannot tolerate that. Mr. Chibikere Amechi will never tolerate that. Even Nyesom Wike himself did not tolerate it under his leadership. He bestrided Rivers State like the proverbial colossus. Nobody could talk to him and direct him. No former governor, nobody could tell Nyesom Wike what to do in Rivers State. So what Nyesom Wike cannot take, Fubara will be making the greatest mistake of his political life if he takes it under the name of sacrificing for peace in Rivers State. He went on to say that we must therefore not allow circumstances that will retard all efforts at achieving greatness for our people to prevail. Good point. He said, on our part, we are willing and ready to embrace the path to lasting peace and tranquility with a commitment to consummating all efforts. He had that kind of commitment again, that he's ready to consummate all efforts and initiatives by Mr. President. So all effort by Mr. President, they are ready to consummate it. That's dangerous. And that is why before he consummate it, he need to consult the elders of Rivers State and the elders of a nation like Pa Edwin Clark, or else he will be committing political suicide before he knows it. He said, I assure the people of Rivers State that peace will certainly prevail, and we shall continue to work together to advance the peace, security, and progress of our state. Now, good point. He is assuring the people of the state that he is with them. They can work together to advance the peace, security, and progress of the state. Excellent point. That is what he needs to be able to have firm grip of the state. Anything short of that, Nyesom Wike will continue to call the shot. And they will continue to use Abuja to intimidate him. They will use Abuja to intimidate him, and he will become irrelevant. But he can make himself relevant by insisting that the Rivers interest of Rivers State must come paramount, and that as a leader, as governor, he should determine who becomes members of his cabinet. It doesn't make sense that a governor of a state will not appoint commissioners that works under him, will not appoint the inner caucus around him. Another person will appoint all those people and hand it over to him. And you expect that there will be progress in that state? There will be no progress. Will President Bola Ahmed Tinubu tolerate that as his president right now? If somebody else handed him over a list of those to be appointed, ministers, special assistants, and what have you. Fubara is fighting for his right and the right of Rivers State. He should not sacrifice it in the name of making peace, because that peace will eventually consume him if he's not aware. His political career will be dead. And if he's not careful, they can even impeach him. That is why he needs this early to assert his authority, so that Nyesom Wike will concentrate on his job in Abuja and give him space to operate. That is the only peace that he needs. The peace that will benefit the state. The peace that will lead to the development of the state. The peace that will extricate Rivers State from the stranglehold of one man. That is the kind of peace he should work for. Anything short of that, he is going to regret it. But he shouldn't get to that level. Having been sworn in as governor of a state, he is far more powerful than the Rivers State governor, than the minister of the FCT right now. So he should not allow himself to be pushed around, where they will be inviting him at the presidency and talking to him like they are a small boy. He should be able to assert himself. By asserting himself, that is how he's going to get the respect of the presidency. So that the presidency will know that, look, we have to be careful with this young man, because he controls the state. But if he continues to make himself irrelevant by giving the president the impression that Nyesom Wike is still in charge of Rivers State, one day they will just discard him like a rag. And that would be too sad, especially for the Ijaw nation, which have never produced a governor in Rivers State since 1999. I hope he thinks about this. I hope that those close to him tells him this. I hope that Edwin Clark, an Ijaw elder, the leader of Pandef, talks sense into him. Because such a young man needs the support of elders like Edwin Clark, and he needs the support of the Rivers people, who are the real custodians of what should be done in Rivers State, and not politicians in Abuja who have enjoyed their own time uninterrupted. In fact, I remember vividly that Nyesom Wike used to complain about Abuja politicians when he was governor. Now he has become an Abuja politician. And that thing, he was complaining against Abuja politicians. He wants to implement it in Rivers State. And Fubara should allow it, all in the name of peace. That to me doesn't make sense. Thank you for watching this video. And if you are new to my channel, you have not yet subscribed to my channel, please subscribe to my channel. Hit the subscription button, hit the notification bell. When you subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell, anytime I have a new video, you'll be among the first to know. God bless you. And please don't forget to like this video, because when you like it, Google will rank it high and recommend it for more people. Thank you, and God bless you and yours.